So this is an interesting dilemma. I've taken the top of the Anycubic Cobra S1 of the AMS, or I guess whatever their equivalent is, and I put some TPU in here earlier to print, and so it went through where it fed in, but it is now stuck, and somehow, I don't know if you can see it, somehow came out the back side over here and is stuck and never fed. So I've got this long piece of filament that's just kind of hanging out. So that'll be a fun fix. So I got the TPU out of the Ace, I think that's what it's called, Ace, for the Anycubic. It went a pretty good distance in there. So I was able to just keep retracting it over through the actual printer menu and pull it out very slowly. I apparently got all tangled and started coming out the side of it. So that was interesting. So note to self, don't use TPU in the AMS or Ace systems. Who knew? Also this week we have moved the P1S and the Cobra S1 together on the same table, and then over here we have the other A1 that was in the office. I'm in the process of printing three top mount AMS, or three top mounts for the AMS lights, and I think I'm going to try to put them all in my kitchen until I can get a rack, which I may do this week or next week, I'm not sure. So my daughter wants her desk back, so I got to move them. Also started running out of filament, especially browns and grays, so I went ahead and ordered some more. We got that in. I've also got some white and some black in, and I'm probably going to place another order. It's Thursday, so probably tomorrow, because we are selling out of Flexies very quickly now, which is a good problem to have, but being that they take like anywhere from 18 to 48 hours depending on what they are, it's a bit time consuming, and they go through some filament. And I also got the Raven, one Raven finally completed, and if you can see right there, we got an owl that's almost done. So yeah, and what I did is I did a test print. I think so I was able to get the Raven printed, but it's not immaculate like I like the prints to be. And maybe some of that's just my OCD, and yeah, it is what it is. But I did basically cut the wing in half in the slicer and print it this way. And so I was getting up here, I was getting a lot of overhangs that just looked crappy, horrible. And so, or it would just break off the wing, like the wing would just disconnect from the plate. So I actually slowed the print down half speed in the slicer settings, not on the printer. I've done that before, but I didn't like the way it looked. This looks like it's going to be okay if I do it through the printer the slicer settings. So the next Raven I do, I'm going to do that. I've also, you can't see it from here, I've also got the the gold textured plate that comes with the printers. I'm using that now for the birds. Or at least the Raven and the owl, and it's been working great. The Raven did not budge, the owl hasn't budged, so I used AI on that one, used Grok, and Grok was like, hey, you should use the textured plate and not the smooth plates, it's cool plates. So maybe it's wrong, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but it's working, so we're gonna go with it. So we had a power flicker, surge, power outage for like half a second, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's a surge. All 5 printers stopped. The Anycubic had just started its print. And I've tried to start all of them up again, and only the Anycubic has started up. All of my Bamboo Labs A1s and my my P1S have not started up yet. And the P1S screen, I can't even Like, I can't even, like, nothing happens. So I'm gonna give it some time. I know last time it took a minute to register what was happening, and then they just all started randomly, some knocking things off the plate. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but hopefully they start back up, because it's some prints going, and this guy was almost finished. 2 hours left. So yeah, kind of annoying. All right, so I've got three printers back online, or at least 3 Bamboo Labs printers back online, because the Anycubic S1 just started right back up when I hit resume. So that's interesting, but let's see if we get a layer shift. I had to do it through the computer, so luckily I had the Bamboo Labs, or Bamboo Studio pulled up on my computer still, so everything popped as a resume, so I was able to resume all 3. The other one I had actually just started and hadn't started putting down filament yet, so I'll just have to restart that one altogether. But hopefully there's no layer lines, but I feel like there's going to be a layer line, so we'll see. We have our first successful Raven print, well, since I've redone my settings. So you can tell the wings, there's a little bit of lines in there, but not that noticeable, and it's a lot better than it has been in the past. Usually back here there's a lot of overhangs that just don't work, so slowing the speed down definitely helped with that. It looks really good. So I'm not sure what's causing these little lines. Maybe it's the speed of which it's doing it. I'm not sure. And of course, it doesn't help that black is not a very forgiving color when it comes to blemishes and stuff like that. So yeah, but all in all, super happy. I even used the clear support material from Bamboo Labs, just trying it out since it came with the printer, and it's working pretty well. Of course, that little guy fell over, but all in all, super happy with it. So Amanda did a live yesterday. Today's Sunday. Amanda did a live yesterday and basically sold out of most of our jumbos. So of course the pandas and the bear weren't there yesterday, and I believe we've already sold the elephant and the buddy elephant, as well as with some other things this morning. So yesterday I think we had max like 750 people jump in the live, and she was able to keep generally 80 to 100 people most of the time. So things are looking up for TikTok, and yeah, we had about, I think it was $600 day on TikTok revenue, and then today we've already cleared $100, and we haven't even been on a live yet. I don't think she's gonna go live today because I'm out of pretty much everything. These guys finally finished. It only took them 43 hours and 18 minutes. So fun story, with these we had 3 or 4 of them in stock, and apparently through having them for a few months, a month or 2, I think, over time, one of them disappeared. I think we gave it away at an event or something, or we sold it at an event and we didn't mark it out of inventory. And so we had an order come through on TikTok, one of our TikTok lives, and it went out and we didn't have it. So I've had to print these, and it's taken 43 hours to get these, and I've had almost a failure on it where I had the tool head clog up and I had to remove the filament that broke off inside the tool head. So that was fun. Didn't think I was going to save it. We also thought some storms were coming through and was going to knock our power out, but that didn't happen. These finally finished, and they're going to go out today. Woo! So these baby dragons just finished, and this is the same printer that had the bed adhesion issue in the back corner with the cool plate. So the last time I added a textured PEI plate, and of course the bed heats up to like 65, 70 degrees for that plate, and wasn't having any issues with that plate. And then I switched back to the cool plate because, well, the baby dragons and I needed the adhesion, and I have no issues. Did it fix itself? I don't know. Is that a thing? I feel like that's not a thing, but apparently it might be a thing. Not sure. No issues, because usually these 3 right in here in this corner would not be adhering to the bed. So yeah, it's fixed, I guess. So I just disassembled this feeder unit, I think that's what it's called, on the number 2 side right here. And it looks like I've taken this all apart and actually took this out, but it's not, like, it'll turn a little bit, but it doesn't really want to turn. I have to actually force it. So I think that is my issue. I took it off. Nothing really sticking out to me. Maybe the bearing's bad on it. That's all I can think of. Bearing was kind of dirty. I don't think greasing it up will help that much. I don't know. But I mean, it's only $15, so it comes with a whole feeder unit. So I'll just leave this apart until it gets here. Right now I'm just printing eggs anyway for the upcoming event. We have 2 events, Friday and Saturday, so I'll just do one color print on that AMS until, or that A1 until the new feeder unit comes in. So yeah, said I was gonna get to it and figure it out and pull it apart. Finally did it, and I can't fix it. So I gotta get a new feeder unit. But good thing is it's only $15 plus shipping. So hopefully it'll be here within this week, but probably knowing shipping times and whatnot, it'll probably be next week before I get it. So here we are with the good old Cobra S1, and I keep getting this message. I hit confirm, and it's paused. We've been going at this for 58 layers, and I have 5 hours and 48 minutes left. So this thing has been going for 2 days, day and a half, because I have to just keep hitting the restart button. There's nothing in the poop chute. It just clogs up. So I had some warnings when I was perusing through the comments on the last video, or a couple videos ago, and it appears that I'm encountering this clogging issue as well. I don't know if it's like it's a it's like a phantom clogging issue. There's no clog because when I hit resume, it just prints the next layer. It just, every color switch it does this, and this thing's already so slow when it color switches that I essentially have a $600 dryer right now. So that's fun. So we are going, it's Friday, we're going to our first event for the month actually. So this one is called First Fridays, and it's in a smaller town. So it's first Friday of every month, and it's like in their downtown area. So this one is on a Friday, and it's 2:30, and we're leaving, so I had to take off work early to go do this. Amanda actually had to pack up the car early. So, and it is raining and storming, so this will be fun.
So I don't know if you guys can hear, but we are still headed to First Fridays, and it is absolutely pouring outside. Like, totally gonna get drenched. This is gonna be so fun. Yay! So we are here, and the weather cleared up very nicely. The atmosphere is absolutely awesome. You can see the parade going in the back. Lots of fun. It is absolutely cool here. We are having a great time. So yeah, we'll give an update later. Toodles.
So the morning after, we ended up getting home We ended up getting home around midnight last night. It was kind of our fault though, because we did go out to eat, and we had trouble finding a restaurant. So we didn't have trouble.
No, we just had unsuccessful service.
Oh yeah, it was bad. So we pulled in about 8:50, almost 8:50 yesterday at the event. So really good event. They said the turnout wasn't as it usually is, and the weather and all that, it was pretty bad. So we're told that there's usually a lot more foot traffic. So we think that's one to keep. And next month it should be a lot better, which is good because it was pretty good this time. So we're on our way to the second event, which is near the house. So it's probably, what, 10-15 minutes away. It's still early, like almost 7 o'clock. So yeah, getting the day started early. So we're all set up. These tables, the booth, I'll show you in a minute. The booth was set up by an engineer, I think. And so it is an actual 10 by 10, and we apparently aren't used to a 10 by 10. I thought the table we had was a 4 foot, but it's a 6 foot, so we won't fit in. So we had to lose the table, but yeah, and it's inside a gym, which is cool. I mean, it looks like there's gonna be a good turnout so far, but there is no AC or something. It's not on, so it's super hot. I'll show you the table in a minute. So just finished the second event Saturday.
I meant to get another view of the table. We actually ended up doing kind of an L shape at the end because we didn't have anybody next to us. So that worked out. We were only like 2 or 3 inches over on each side, so we were fine. But we thought it was going to be a slow day, and it was semi-slow. But with all the rain that you can hear and probably see, it ended up being about a $700 day. So and we're gonna go home, unpack, and probably do a TikTok live and see how that goes. Last weekend was good for us on TikTok, so.
And here is a look at the table of flexies after the 2 events and Amanda's live. So not much left. I'm doing a lot of restocking right now. All in all, not a bad weekend. Amanda ended up not doing a live Sunday. She about knocked herself out with our trunk, our SUV trunk. She was trying to move the canopy, car seat, the whole thing. So I got frustrated and closed the hatch on her nose. So she's got a big gash in her nose, or in the middle of her eyes, on her nose. So she didn't go live Sunday. She's probably not going to go live Monday, which is today. So just a quick recap. Friday, we went 2 cities over. It was storming, it was rainy, but by the time we got there, the sun was out, and it was actually turned out to be a pretty decent evening. We made about $850 or so, I think. So at the beginning, before the event, as we were still setting up, we got attacked by kids, and the Spider-Man helmet hit the ground. A little irritating because there is now a gash in the nose of the helmet. Not totally wanting to sell it, but at the same time, I didn't want to have a gash in it. So slightly irritating. We told them to leave the helmet alone after that. But we made our first sell of Friday evening 10 minutes before the event was supposed to start, while we were still setting up. So not too shabby. Now we know we need to leave a little earlier. Of course, I did leave early because we had weather coming in, so I left about 30 minutes earlier, and it ended up we needed that 30 minutes because it took us a good while to get there through the storms because it was raining so hard. But all in all, I think next time we're going to take some lanterns or some kind of lights. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like the little, well, I don't have it out right now, the little Minecraft lamps to light up just so everybody can kind of see that, and make some other 3D lamps, or if I'm just going to buy some like rechargeable drill battery lamps or whatever they're called. Not sure yet, but that was the one thing we did notice. We were under a street light, but because we had our canopy up, some of that light wasn't coming in, and so I kind of want to stand out and have that light there so everybody can see the booth as they're walking by. Everybody did say that the turnout for the event was lighter than it usually is. But it was still a very good turnout. It was a better turnout than I think the majority of events that we've been to this year. So not mad at it. So then we got home around midnight and got up around 6 o'clock the next morning, and set up at the one near the house. That one didn't get as much foot traffic, but it still got a decent amount. Again, better than the first 2 months, maybe even the first 3 months of the year. So we brought home, I think, $750 from that one. So all in all, $1,500 weekend just from events. And then Amanda came home. I think that event was over at like 2. And so we came home and she did a live at 4 on TikTok and ended up bringing in like $200, $300. So all in all, not a bad evening. I think it was about an $1,800 weekend, $1,900 weekend, something like that. I think we would have broken 2,000 had she gone live Sunday, but again, she tried to cut her nose off, so there's that. Yeah, I think that sums up this week. So I think that'll do it for this video. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, got anything out of it, be sure to hit that like button. Helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And we'll see you in the next video.